That's not how it works.
You can't come in here freely and start recording.
Yes, I can.
Transactions that are happening. This is people's private property, private information, and you cannot record them.
Yes, I can, ma'am.
Sir.
Hey, man, living that dream. Nice to meet you. What you got going on? Just going fishing.
All right. I see you got some weapons on you.
Yes, sir.
All right, you got ID on you? Because Florida's not an open carry state, man.
Right? People might perceive what you're doing, right, is illegal, like hot prowling, right? That is a law and it is a violation. You can't go on people's properties. Anytime you pass a public sidewalk,
crime.
Either you give me your license or we're gonna break this window and get you out of this car.
Is that a fact? Is that a fact?
Yes.
Would you like to lose your qualified immunity?
I'm not.
A bystander is shoved and his personal rights are trampled right in front of the police. And what do? Absolutely nothing. In today's video, you'll witness a slap in the face of justice, a courageous citizen exercising his right to film in a public space, only to be chased off, threatened with handcuffs, and, worst of all, left to fend for himself. Officers are physically present, yet completely absent in responsibility. Law enforcers who have abandoned both the law and their conscience. And you, there's no way you'll finish this video without feeling enraged. This is exactly what happened at the Cook County Administration Building in Illinois on March 13th, 2024. Let's dive in together now. You can't record me without my permission. The national catchphrase of legal illiterates who love to cosplay as legal experts. The magic of it? They say it with such confidence, like it's etched in stone, yet no one can ever cite a single law to support it. Apparently, the right to film in public doesn't stem from the First Amendment, but from a mystical no-recording charm doodled by some nameless bureaucrat after lunch. And so Angel, Jim Curry, Christian, and Adams gave birth to Cook County's greatest satirical epic.
You can't record in here.
Why not?
First of all, we have documents in here. You can't record in here.
Says who?
You can't record in here, sir.
Well, you just can't walk up and tell me I can't record in here. You have to. They have to.
We have documents here that cannot be put on film.
I'm not recording any documents.
And also, but you can't record in here.
Yes,
sir.
I can.
Photography is not allowed in here.
No, that's not true.
Sir.
I'm not going to turn it off.
Can you please tell your?
No, I'm not going to turn it off. I'm able to record in here. All right. What's your name? What's your name? I'm not sure what they do here, but we will find out today. They said I cannot record in here. I don't know what they're hiding.
So if you think that right there. You can't record it.
Says who? Yeah, you're wrong.
Sir, I'm not giving you permission to record me.
What do you guys do here?
You want to call Sam?
What do you guys do here?
You can record me.
Thank you. For one, someone that wants to be on camera. I'm good. How are you? Oh, you're a producer, so you appreciate what I'm doing. Good. You're a patriot. Is this accessible? Is this office accessible to the public?
Let me just talk to you about
I just wanted to meet everyone that works here. That's all.
You can't just barge into people. Well, the police are coming, so you.
Okay. All right.
You can't just barge into people's office.
I am not barging in. There's
You are. You-
Well, there's nothing.
Your name is not on the
No, this is a
stool, and
public.
You just walked in.
This is a public office.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can go in there. I pay for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I can. Yeah. What's your name?
My name is Angela.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can just ask me what I'm doing and just not tell. You can ask me what I'm doing and I'll explain to you.
Okay, well tell me what you're doing.
I'm just gathering content for a story. That's all.
Content for what story?
Story I'm working on.
Okay, but
Yeah.
I'm asking, especially, we have people that are doing business, they're giving out pertinent private information.
Yeah, I'm not-
They're giving out information.
Yeah, I'm not here for their
I
information.
understand, but
Yeah.
the microphone, you
Yeah.
can pick up the information that people are discussing with our cashier.
I understand that.
So can we come this way? Because I have transactions going on right
Yeah,
now.
but I'm not here for them, man. But if I
I
capture,
understand, but that I do not want people's personal business being exposed in your content.
right? But the thing is, what matters is what I do with that information. Just simply capturing the information is it's not a crime.
Come this way,
No,
please.
I'm not
Sir?
finished over here. I'm not finished over here.
I cannot allow you to be
I'm taking a
recording.
I'm taking
I
a tour of the
cannot
entire
allow-
building.
If you want a tour, then you should contact us and we can schedule it freely and start recording
Yes, I can.
transactions that are happening. This is people's private property,
Okay.
private information,
Okay.
and you cannot record them.
Yes, I can, ma'am.
Sir, can
Yeah.
you come this way? Thank you.
Yes.
Sir, you have to stop recording. No, ma'am, bring it on. We have
This is the what?
I understand. We have people here. Told them multiple times.
In the office?
Yeah, you can't record here.
What do you mean? I can't record in
You
here?
can't videotape. You have to
Says who? It's posted where?
Come on, follow me.
Okay. And even if it's posted, it's
Okay,
that
so-
doesn't mean it's legal.
So we're gonna ask you to leave once.
Okay.
We're gonna
Well,
ask you to leave twice.
okay.
We're gonna ask you to leave one last time.
What's your name?
Jim Curry. Here,
Okay.
let's take him out.
What's your
Put the
position?
cuffs on him. No, you're trespassing and you're disrupting the operation. Yes, yes, you gotta go.
Are you touching me?
Yes,
What's your name?
because I actually
What's your name?
Chaz Chris.
Do you guys know this is a crime you're committing? You're violating my rights.
Yes.
You guys just violated my
Have a nice
rights.
day. Have a nice day.
You guys just violated my rights.
Sir?
You guys just violated my rights. USC Section 12, US Title 12, USC Section Deprivation of Rights under the color of law. You guys just deprived me of my civil rights to record in a public building. You just made a big mistake.
Okay.
You just deprived me of my constitutional right to record in a public
Have a
building.
good day.
You just deprived me of my right to record in a public building. You guys just violated my rights. Have you ever heard of the USC Title 18, Section 242? Or USC 42, Section 1983? Violation of my rights.
Other way.
What's your name again?
I told you my name before, sir.
What's your name? What is your name? I'm asking you a question. You're a
Where's the
public
rest of them? The rest of them.
You guys have no idea what you've just done.
Oh, and that little shove earlier? It summoned the Fourth Amendment from the depths of my memory like a ghost called back from the beyond. And once a constitutional line is crossed, 18 U.S. Code Section 242 doesn't just sit quietly, because stripping someone's rights under color of law isn't proper procedure. It's a federal crime. Think it ends there? Not even close. Up next, the vanishing name tag routine, a sleight of hand perfected by those sworn to transparency. And just like that, they breeze past every civil right in sight, missing not a single corner.
You guys have no idea what you've just done. Can I speak with one of you? Can I speak with one of you? Can I get your name and your badge numbers? Ma'am, can I have your name and your badge number? No, I don't have to speak with her, ma'am. What's your name and your badge number?
We go through this all the time.
Right, that's what I was wondering. I'm like, I mean, I've never went in there to see what's in there.
Ma'am, he just violated my constitutional right. What are you going to do about it? He just violated my rights. What are you going to do about it? I am able to go in here and record, and he just pushed me out of a public building.
This is not our office. We're the sheriff. We're asking them questions of what's going on.
Okay, but you're a law enforcement officer. You're able to enforce the law. Oh, I have it on camera. I can show it to you.
I'm saying that I didn't see anybody touch you.
Okay.
I just walked up.
Okay,
And I'm talking to that gentleman about
Okay.
documents.
all right.
So you're recording why?
Because I can. I have the right to.
Okay.
That's why.
And I'm not telling you to leave.
But they
You
just
have
they
every
just
right to
they just
record.
pushed me out of a public space that I'm allowed to be in.
I'm not over this department.
Ma'am, you are a law enforcement officer. You're supposed to enforce the law.
I did not see anybody.
I told you I got it on camera, ma'am.
If you want to file a report.
Not a report.
File a report.
I'm going to file a complaint on them,
Okay.
and then I want you to enforce the law that allows me to be in there and
Once you
record.
file your complaint, it'll go through their proper channels.
Okay.
Because we didn't witness anything happen. I saw you recording.
Yes, I was.
And that's what I'm telling you now.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on. So I'm talking to him about documents.
Okay.
And now you're asking for our badge numbers. And
Yes, everyone that's present here. That's why.
Who interacted
You don't have to-
from our office?
Ma'am, you don't have to interact with a member of the public to give me your name and your badge number.
You have every right to record.
Yes, I do.
And if you have everybody on camera, you have everybody.
No, but I need your names and your badge numbers because I need to know who was here when this incident happened.
That's not true.
Okay, but okay, I need to. Okay, let me let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. I need to know everyone that responded.
Can you erase the whole thing?
Ma'am, I'm not here for you. All right.
No, but
You
you
walk
took
out.
a video of me there.
So are you guys going? Are you going?
It says very carefully that no cameras around this. This is the city hall.
It's a public building, ma'am.
No, it's not a
All right?
public building. Only people.
Who are
that
you?
need- Who am I?
Yes.
My name is Richie.
You were just-
You're recording me right now. I don't want to be recorded.
Camera. Okay, that's how it works. Oh gosh, my.
Excuse me. I'm talking
Oh,
to someone.
I can go in there, ma'am. I can.
No, you can't.
I can.
Actually, this is an exit.
Not the entrance either.
Listen, I'm going to allow you guys to violate my rights today, and you're going to be hearing from my lawyer. Believe me, you're not going to like it. You're not going to like it. You just violated my rights, my constitutional rights. I have a right to be in here.
Documents, not
Oh.
videotape
Oh,
inside the office.
you are in so much trouble. You are in so much trouble.
Yeah.
You have no idea what
Right.
you've done.
Okay.
I have a right to be in here. There is.
Where are you at?
What do you mean?
Where are you at?
This is a public building.
That you have that right.
This is a public.
Where are you
It's
at?
my constitutional right to record in
What
public.
Constitution?
The First Amendment. You ever heard of it?
Have you ever heard of the rules
The
of
First
the
Amendment.
office?
The rules do not trump
so
the United
we can
States
go back
Constitution.
in.
All right.
If he comes back in, cuff him, we'll bag him.
Okay. Sounds great. So let me get it clear. Let me get it clear. You just said that if I come in here, you're going to arrest me. That's what you said. That's all my lawyer needs.
Yes.
That's all he needs.
Okay, give it to your lawyer.
That's all he needs.
Goodbye.
Because you called the police, didn't you? Do I have your name?
Let's go.
I don't want to be arrested today, so I'm not going to go in there.
Let's go.
I don't want to be arrested, so I'm not going to walk in there.
Let's go. Let's
All
go.
right.
Let's go. Let's go.
I will hold you accountable. Well, see, I'm not going to help you violate my rights. I'm going to allow you to do it all by yourself. I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you. You can take me and then you will pay the price. You will pay the price.
You can videotape from out here
That's all. Don't worry about it.
all you want to.
You don't worry about it. So do any of you want to give me your names and your badge numbers? Do any of you want to give me your names and your badge numbers? You're going to refuse to identify yourself? Isn't that in your policy? Okay. I have a question. Where do I get complaint forms? Complaint forms. Okay, thank you. Is where is excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Where is Commissioner Prepwinkle's office? 10th floor. Appreciate it. Hello. Is this the commissioner's office?
Was that?
Is this the commissioner's office?
Which commissioner? Not a commissioner.
Whatever she is, the Cook County Commissioner. What's her title?
President.
President. Okay. Is she? This is her office, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is she here?
I believe she left earlier.
She left already.
Yeah.
Can I speak with anyone from our office? I mean, I could go in there. You don't. I can't go into a public office.
No, you can't go that way until you go to security. We have-
Oh, I know. I'm gonna go through security. Yeah. I wasn't just gonna walk in.
I mean, what did you want to meet?
I just want to speak with someone from our office because I was just assaulted downstairs by some Cook County
This is what I want to say.
public servants.
Yeah.
But let's put aside those performative officers for now and meet the power duo, Gyure and Eric Wong, known as the gold standard of Cook County. But no matter how professional they are, the citizens' dream of shaking hands with County Board President Tony Preckwinkle remains tantalizingly out of reach. Who would have imagined that a simple FOIA request would send him on a pilgrimage through every department, affixing every seal, only to end up empty-handed?
Mind if I have your name and your badge number? Mind if I have your name and your
EGIRE, badge number 1112.
Thank you. Do you need an appointment to speak with Prep Winkle? Where do I make that appointment?
The gentleman out here will tell you everything.
Okay.
I want to speak for the-
Gotcha. Okay, thanks.
There you go, ma'am. Last one. Bye-bye.
Even longer now. I was just assaulted downstairs by some Cook County staff. Yes, I was in a public place recording, which I have a right to do. It's a public building. And literally pushed me out the door. So,
So he was on call, so once the call is over, I'm sure.
okay, thank you. Unlike the fellas downstairs, you've been very professional.
Well, I hear you have a concern, but
Yes, I do. So I was just downstairs. I believe it was the first floor. And I don't know if it was a records office that I went into and got a content for a story. And so as I was doing that, some Cook County employees that worked from that office walked up to me and told me that I couldn't be there, and that I can't record. And I was trying to explain to them, it's a public space. I'm allowed to record there. There is no law that says I can record in there. Two other, I don't know if they were sheriff deputies or Cook County employees, I mean, just regular Cook County employees, but they walked up to me, I have it on camera, and they grabbed me, pushed me. So I was assaulted downstairs by two Cook County employees.
did you file a police report?
Well, I was going to file a police report with the sheriff downstairs, and they wouldn't take my report. She walked away and, wouldn't even engage with me.
I would know. So if you feel that you've been assaulted, you notify the correct authorities.
Right. Well, other than the assault, okay, let's say this is an employee conduct situation. I believe it was a records office. Records.
Okay.
Right, Cook County Records. So I'm gonna need to file a complaint on those two employees. I believe one of them gave me his name, the other one didn't. So I want them both identified, so I can file a complaint on them.
You can ask to speak to their supervisor. Our office,
Okay.
I'm in the office of president,
Okay.
is not a part of the Cook County Recorder.
Yeah, but
office.
you guys.
She's not their boss. Collaborate, but their own separately elected official.
So the Cook County president is not the boss of the employees that
Not
work
the boss
downstairs.
of state's attorney, not the boss.
I'm not talking about state
even,
attorneys.
I was going to go all the way down the line. Even the
Yeah.
recorders, with their supervisor or the elected or Clerk Yarborough's office.
Okay, so how do I speak with the supervisor? Because they won't even allow me in there to speak with anyone.
I will go downstairs and ask to speak to the supervisor.
Okay.
Or Clerk Yarborough's office, ask them to speak with the chief of staff, Eric Wong.
So you're telling me that there's nothing you can do about it? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm providing with the guidance that is not with our office.
Okay, gotcha.
Following the lead of our self-appointed tour guide, Eric Wong, we trail the citizen to the records office to file a complaint. There, Johari, one of the rare staffers who still remembers what public service means, accepts the request. But don't celebrate just yet. First, we must face off with the superstar of the records room, herself, Rashida Harrell, who seems to believe that stating her name is an act of blasphemy. Stay tuned for this dramatic finale.
Okay. I get a question. You guys are just gonna run away? You guys are gonna run away? I get a question. Look at these public servants, guys. Walked in with the camera and then everybody ran away. This is Cook County. Cook County's treasurer's office. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Ma'am, are you gonna answer my questions? I just need some complaint forms. I need some complaint forms. I need to file some complaints on some Cook County staff. I just,
don't have any complaint forms.
how do I get those?
I have no idea.
How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Yes.
Man.
I just need some complaint forms. If you can help me with that.
The best I may have for you is a FOIA. You fill out a FOIA, freedom of information.
That's not really going to help me. I don't need any FOIA information. I just need a complaint form to file complaints. So you guys don't have any forms here? How does a member of the public file a complaint against the Cook County?
So you can also go to our website. We have contact us by email section.
That's the only way you can file a complaint.
And I also have a FOIA form for you.
Okay. Well, let me have the FOIA forms. Yeah, I'll take that for now. Ma'am, can I get your name? I want to know who I spoke with. Can I get your name? No? You're refusing to tell me who you are? Why are people so rude around here? I'm a public person asking you a question and you're just completely ignoring me. Okay. So I need to file a FOIA request because I need her name and her title and her salary, everything about her.
Right. So this is the FOIA form.
You guys will learn sooner or later that you're public servants and you're supposed to serve the public. We are your bosses. We are your bosses. Understand that. You work for us. All right. So I'm guessing I'm going to need another form because I already filled this one out. Because I'm trying to request the information of everybody that's working here today. But if you will give me her name, then I don't need to do that.
You can jot her name down right here.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, in this area.
All right, can you give it to me?
Yeah, Rashida.
Rashida, RASHIDA.
Yep.
IDA.
ADA.
I'm sorry.
Harrell.
Can you spell it for me?
HARRELL.
Okay. Harrell. Okay.
Mistaken.
All right. Okay. Well, so I just need her. Well, I have her name, so I need her salary, her position. Yeah.
How you doing today, ma'am?
And can I get your name?
Yes, Jahari.
Jahari.
Yes.
Okay. What's your position here?
I am legal in bankruptcy.
Okay.
I'm also in operations at the moment.
I appreciate it. You've been professional.
Thank you so
I
much.
appreciate it. Yeah. Email address. Okay, so this is all I'm going to put down here as my email. Okay. So you can just email the information to this.
Okay.
Feed to the fire 2 at gmail.com. Feed to the fire 2.
You have no other information for us?
No, I don't want to give you guys my information. Yeah, I don't have to. The losses I can just, okay. I don't have to do that. Yeah. Appreciate it. Can I get a copy of it?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay. So just thank you. So thank you. So just one last thing. So my only option to file a complaint on her is to go online.
You can either go to our Cook County Treasurer's website.
Treasurer's
contact
website.
us by email.
Okay.
Yes, or fill out that FOIA request, in which you did fill out that FOIA request.
Okay. If somebody wants to speak with Maria Papas, how do they do that? Like,
you can also go to contact us.
Okay, make an appointment.
Yeah.
I can make an appointment online.
So you
if she
go to our website.
Okay.
Contact us by email.
Okay.
You got it down. Let us know what you're trying to do, your agenda.
Okay.
And then we can assist you.
You just can walk in here and ask to speak with her. She's not available. Is she here today?
Is she here today?
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. If I requested to speak with her, is she going to come out here and speak with me? Okay.
FOIA also, you got to contact us.
Okay. Can you try?
Today?
Yes. Does she have an assistant? No.
This time right now, I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. Okay. I don't want to give you more trouble.
Yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate it. You've been helpful.
Thanks.
This encounter reveals a hard truth. The freedoms of speech and press enshrined in the U.S. Constitution are sometimes nothing more than decorative ink on paper, while in real life, they limp along, suffocated by the whims and legal ignorance of a front desk clerk. And to bring those rights back to life, no one else can do it. You have to stand up. What happens when the Constitution gets caught on a hook? In Sanford, Florida, a man calmly went fishing with a firearm slung at his side, only to end up reeling in a whole precinct's worth of constitutional confusion. Police rushed in, demanding ID as if on autopilot, only to be handed a free crash course on Florida Statute 790.253H in the Second Amendment. And just when they thought they could still fish for a charge in the murky waters of civil rights, the Fourth Amendment surfaced like a belated guardian angel.
I'm living that dream, man. Living that dream. Nice to meet you.
What you got going on?
Just going fishing.
All right. I see you got some weapons on you.
Yes, sir.
All right, you got ID on you because Florida's not an open carry state, man.
Oh man, they haven't taught you the law yet.
But just make sure
look up.
grab your guns.
I'm not gonna grab my
That's
guns.
the main thing.
Look up. Are you ready? You might need a pen for this to look up the law.
Can you give me your ID real quick, man?
No. Right now, under 790.25, Section 3, subsection H, I'm fishing, hunting, or camping, and I can openly carry. How you doing?
Hi. Are you fishing?
I was on my way to fishing. And then there's another little park right over here, right? And there's a little pond, and so I was gonna go fishing. I went fishing there. Now I'm gonna go fishing there. And
25
do you know the same law that allows you to openly carry your firearm is the same statute that allows me?
I'm aware that if you're going hunting and stuff,
Yeah.
but you're in the middle of a city center here.
I know. I was going fishing. Okay.
Yeah. He's gonna talk to a sergeant and try and figure out what we want to do.
What you want to do, or just all right? Let the guy.
I hear you. It's obviously.
You obviously, if you know the law, then what's the problem? What's the problem?
You're trying to push the boundary.
I'm not.
Of
Listen, I do this across the state of
I
Florida.
understand. I know.
I don't push boundaries. That's why I'm proving. As long as you understand it's lawful, you should just respect the right. Did you swear an oath to the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, and the laws that inbound Florida? You didn't, and then where's the problem? This is part of the law.
I'm not going to argue with you.
I'm not
arguing. I'm just going to wait for you to call the sergeant and we'll go from there, right?
But why are you holding me here? What law did I break? What law?
We're currently investigating that.
What? You just said you knew about this law, about going and doing what I'm doing.
Well, I've heard about it, but again, if you were out in the woods hunting and you have like.
Well, technically, if you think about where I live compared to where we are right now, this is the woods for me. I don't live where you think I live. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to put this out and throw it away so I don't litter. You know what I mean?
I don't care. I'm not sure.
Oh, I ain't doing nothing. I follow the law. Hey, just make sure if you're taking pictures, just don't make sure you're not gonna delete those, because I'm gonna get them. What was your name?
Hey, Sarge. Sabrina Caradonna.
I'm not running away. Look, guys, I'm not. Now this intimidation factor just went up. It's like, come on, guys.
He's just trying to make a point.
I'm not trying to make nothing. I'm just going fishing, dude. What the point I'm trying to make is I'm going fishing. How many here know about the law about 790.25, Section 3, subsection H? Raise your hand. You're shaking your head. Is that Guzman? You understand the law, right?
You gotta hang out for a minute, man.
For what? He's nodding and telling you about the law. The same law that allows everyone here to openly carry their firearms is the same law that allows me to openly carry my firearms. So where's the issue? Where's the issue? I don't want to talk to you. I just want to go. There's a fishing pond right over here. That's where I'm going. If you want to meet me there because I'm breaking the law, then come meet me. But can I go about my day? Yes, sir. So am I free? I'm not free.
I'm sorry, I know I told you my name. What was your name?
Mike.
Mike? Hi,
Yeah.
Mike. I'm Sabrina.
Nice to meet you.
Do you have a driver's license or not registration? My apologies. An ID card?
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna collect your information.
For what crime? 901-151.
Okay, you're actually open carry.
I understand,
in the streets of Sanford, Florida,
which is
okay?
completely lawful.
All right, Mike. What is it, Michael or is it Mike?
Get your sergeant, whoever.
Not a problem. 1412 to 101 or 102. You're being requested.
You guys swore an oath to defend this.
Deputy Montes, 113, 110.
Thank you. Your name, sir?
Hernandez, 238.
Sabrina, we've.
262.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Your name, sir?
Officer Anderson, 261. No, you're fine.
All right. No ill will. I'm not here to hurt nobody. Hey guys, just so I gather everybody's information, what was your name and badge number, sir? Guzman, your badge number?
117050.
What's his name? Can I get his name, please? Excuse me, sir. You walking away, I know you can hear me. Can I get your name, please? Like I said, I have no ill will. This is me just doing this because I go around the state of Florida doing this. On vacation, you just kind of spin the globe where your finger points, you go. That's what I do. I spin the Florida and I'm like, hey, here we are, and obviously we have to go through the...
Well, nobody's telling you that you can't.
Okay, so if we can't, then am I free to go?
But it's got to be concealed.
It doesn't, the Florida law, 90.25, section 3, subsection H. Well, we'll get to H, but subsection 3 says the provisions of 790.05.06 do not apply in the following instances. And then it gives you a list, A through, I think it's J or K.
If you think this little fishing trip ends with the Constitution, think again. The homeowner's law is also firmly on his side. Specifically, Florida Statute 901.151 about stop and frisk only allows police to request identification when there's reasonable suspicion or specific evidence of criminal activity. Without those suspicious elements, the excuse of gathering information instantly collapses into an inapplicable administrative formality.
We know.
Okay, so if we know the...
Let me say this.
What?
Mike, out of respect, okay?
Uh-huh.
People call it in.
I get it.
So we're on the same ground, so you understand.
Right, I get it.
It's a normal thing. We make contact with you. Have we offended you in any kind of way?
Well, no, it got real serious when all these people started coming up on me, and I'm like, look, how much more patriotic do I have to get?
I know.
Just because I'm carrying.
And I appreciate that. But going back to you carrying firearms, I have to do my due diligence and make sure that you were allowed to be in possession of those firearms.
You don't need to know. The federal government has proven that my constitutional rights, until I've broken the law, you can't ask me for anything. One, you know what 901-151 is? It's going to be have I been suspected of a crime, have I committed a crime, or about to commit a crime. I literally been here for 10-15 minutes. I was fishing over here for 15-20 minutes, and then I was like, hey, there's a little pond right over here up on the right-hand side, correct? And if I'm not wrong, and that's all I was doing, was just walking to that next pond.
Well, Mike, if you just, all intents and purposes, if you were a registered felon and not allowed to have those, you'd be committing a crime, right?
Until you commit me of a crime. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying felons should have...
Suspected is like a loose term, because if you were...
But that's the Florida law. And if I was breaking the law and and you found out I'm a felon with firearms, felons just walk around with this kind of flag, AR, a Glock, and friggin' sitting there telling you that they're going fishing.
That's part of my job.
Look up the armed fisherman. I am going. Then where's the problem? I get the. Hey, tell them. I get it. Tell them what he is doing is lawful. We may not agree or disagree about what he's doing, but it is lawful. Is that it is lawful. And so where are we at? I'm not trying. I have no ill will towards anybody. I have no ill will towards nobody. If you watch any one of the 400 plus videos I have on YouTube, I always try to show things in a good light, bad light, negative light, whatever, however it comes at me. And I try to respect law enforcement. And at this point, you understand the law, so where are we at? If you want to respect my right, then am I free to go? Okay.
You're not free to go. I just need to identify you, Mike. It's that simple.
You can't.
I need to identify you.
Please call. I want your sergeant, and I want you to get your state attorney on this. And if they want to prosecute a guy that is clearly telling you that he's going fishing and has been fishing, because I have video of me fishing directly over there, telling you I'm going to fishing to a pond that you are sitting there nodding to, that is right down here. So, what law have I broken?
Stanford Airport requesting we be en route to East Airport Boulevard in Red, Cleveland.
I'm sorry, man. What was your name? Officer what? Thornton? Yeah, and badge number? Thank you so much. You appreciate that. Hey, sir, I love your shirt. That's an awesome shirt right there, brother. You see that? 1776. Do you know what that means? 1776. Man. You gonna stop that car? I think that might have been against the law.
No, he was waiting to turn.
Anybody that's in the crosswalk in the state of Florida, the people have to stop for them in the crosswalk. Yes or no, ma'am? Oh, I know. You're smiling because guess what? That crosswalk when he was walking.
I want my sergeant to get here so that he can discuss.
Somebody just broke the law in front of you, and you're not going to go do. I'm not breaking the law, and you're sitting here dealing with me. But somebody broke the law. That's classic. Like you're not. Like remember, I was like painting a good light, good, bad, ugly. This is not looking better. Like you're just stopping me from. Did you know there's actually a statute for harassing fishermen and hunters? Well, there is. And right now, where are we at? I'm trying to tell you.
We're waiting for my sergeant. You requested him, correct?
Well, tell him he can meet me where I'm going fishing. Because I'm doing something lawful. It sounds like you guys are busy with other things that you could possibly be doing, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I'm not doing anything unlawful. Obviously, I have no ill will. Just don't know where we're at, guys and girls.
Another eye-opener. The officers ignored a clear traffic violation right in front of them, choosing instead to devote their full attention to a citizen and his fishing rod. And just when you thought that was the end of it, they pivoted the investigation to his mode of transportation. So tell us, are they enforcing the law or cherry-picking which laws to enforce? Since when did the right to bear arms depend on your means of travel? Stick around. This ending's worth it.
How you doing, ma'am? Oh, I'm living that dream. Living that Florida dream today.
I like that dream.
Oh, yeah. What was your name, by the way? I'm sorry. Sergeant Gamber? Yeah. And your badge number? Or sergeant, or badge number, payroll number, ID number? 1029. Thank you.
1098, Charlie 01.
Okay. Dude, I just want to go about my day.
I'm with you. I mean, you're expressing that, that's your right to go back and forth hunting and fishing open carry.
Then where's the problem? Explain that to her. Like, I get she's the one that friggin'...
I think the only thing... Where did you come in a car or anything?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I could literally walk from Key West, Florida, all the way to Tallahassee, and...
The only issue with the back and forth hunting and fishing... is that you expressed there's a pond down here somewhere.
Yes.
Okay. If you're going back and forth,
so I could go from that. I could go to that pond and I come back to this pond or this lake or whatever.
Absolutely.
I could go back and forth because it's going.
He's out here observing you, just kind of meandering.
But that's where I'm not. And that's where I say, whatever's going to transpire here, I've got video evidence of me fishing on over here. So once I've proven in a court of law, and then I've explained to where I'm going to fishing next, I don't even have to do that. I am being very cordial and very forthcoming about all this information, but yet, well, some of them have left, but you're not letting me go about my day. And I'm telling you, I'm going to go right here. If I'm breaking the law and something, come get me. If you want to follow along and tag along with me,
I am patient with you, right?
nobody, I've never been here a day in my life.
Okay, but I'm just talking because the sergeant's coming.
Right. I get the sergeant's coming. I'm just saying, why am I not free to go? Is under the same understanding that I'm lawfully allowed to do what I'm doing, but we just can't seem to get past the fact that.
But you wanted a sergeant here. Right?
I don't need. I'm really not interested in continuing talking. I want to go fishing. You know what I mean? That's what I was trying to tell you the whole time. I'm going fishing.
No, I didn't say you.
What up, dude?
Are you teaching us how to do our job?
I'm not telling you how to do your job.
I said teaching us how.
No, well, I mean, I guess if this is your first time with it, I guess I am teaching, but I'm not.
You're fishing, hunting?
I was fishing over here about before they stopped me in 10 minutes ago, and there's a pond just up here to the right-hand side that I was walking back to.
I think that one says no fishing, so be careful there.
So if it says no fishing, I'll just turn around and go back to fishing. I look at a Google map and I'm looking, oh, there's a body of water, and I see no fishing. I turn my butt around because the second I engage in fishing,
Sergeant's business is going to take him a little bit. So if you want to go,
all right, I'm going to go fishing right over here. I'm going to go because you're telling me there's possibly a no fishing sign, and I don't know that. I'm not from here. I'm going to go right over here, and if you want to come see me, I'll be right over. I'm going to be here for maybe like 30, 40, an hour at most. Nasty out today.
And I know that just everybody's going to be scared because you're out here. Anybody's walking up and down here. And I know
I've said nothing but hi to people, you know, like I'm a friendly guy. That's what scares people, you know, and guess what? I get it. And like we didn't have to sit here for the last 15 minutes talking about the roundabout of me going fishing. So free to go, or am I free to stay? See you later. Well,
this is Sarge. He's still tied up. Do you need him to still come down here or no?
If there's an issue, if there's some kind of issue that transpires and you need to come talk to me, I'll be over. I don't need him unless there's another issue. All right? See you later.
When a fisherman has to play teacher and give the police a crash course in civil rights, maybe it's time we ask, who really needs an education on the Constitution? And will the amendments forever live on paper only, or finally be enforced fairly and professionally, just like in the textbooks? On October 8, 2024, in front of the Billings, Montana City Hall, beneath a sign proudly proclaiming Land of the Free, someone forgot to post the statute outlawing door knocking for political canvassing. Ironically, that's one of the most vivid expressions of direct democracy, protected and celebrated by the First Amendment. Yet the moment Ron stepped a bit too far onto the front lawn, he was suddenly flagged as a suspicious and slapped with a potential trespassing charge.
So, I'm out political canvassing, right? Okay. I'm over here looking for my next house. Okay. And these two dudes come up with their dog and tell me, what's in your backpack? Okay. And I said, what do you mean what's in my backpack? Okay. Well, I thought I was getting robbed, dude.
I understand, I'm just saying.
And then
not robbing you. How you doing?
You're right.
The only concern is, man, look, some people just called in, right? They said that you were going up door to door, like checking door handles and stuff, okay?
Well, I'm not checking. I am going door to door.
We are?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys know you're welcome to politically canvass in the area. And those people just called in, right, because they're concerned, because they thought you were, like, jingling door handles, and they're worried and they're concerned because there's been some break-ins in the area recently.
They need to not come up and demand I open anything, come up with two dogs threatening me. Like, that is not okay, dude.
I think I can understand both sides of what's happening here.
I can understand them too, but when I told them I'm politically canvassing,
they're not you guys. You know what I mean? They're not the cops.
So here's the deal, okay? So you got to remember, right? You're not in any kind of attire. You're in a video game T-shirt, some headphones, some sunglasses, and a backpack and ball shorts, right? So
that's not illegal.
No, it's not. I'm just explaining to you, right? People might perceive what you're doing, right, is illegal, like hot prowling, right? That is a law, and it is a violation. You can't go on people's properties. And anytime you pass a public sidewalk and it's somebody's private property, that is trespassing, right? That's people's concern right now.
If I were to remain,
our job is to figure out what's going on, right? What you're putting, if you have anything to say, hey, I'm politically canvassing, cool. That way we can go back to them and tell them the gentleman's just politically canvassing. He showed us we have sufficient, information to say, you know what, that's all he's doing. Right? That's their request, and that's why we're doing our due diligence.
Well, I mean, respectfully, I know my rights. I will read. They can request all they want, but to alleviate their concern, my name is Ron, and I work for. Am I being detained?
Right now, yes, for trespassing. If you want to go down that road, we just need your name, date of birth, and we'll check you, make sure you're not a wanted person, and be done and over with.
I'm so sorry. Where was he at? Where he was trespassing? I'm so sorry.
He was at people's doors that he was knocking, to their property line. Right, that is trespassing. When you're not on a public
enter or remain unlawfully. I never entered or remained unlawfully.
Hold on, Ron. Calm down.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm just trying to understand.
Sure. No, I understand that. Yeah.
So, I'm sorry. So we're not allowed to not.
First Amendment right.
Ron, calm down.
I'm sorry.
We're not allowed to walk onto someone's door and knock on your door.
Correct, because it's their private property. So anything. So like right now we're on a public sidewalk. Where he's standing is technically private property. Somebody maintains that lawn. Somebody cares for that lawn. This building probably, chances are, is who owns that, right? However, most people aren't going to call in and say, hey, you're trespassing, right? But because of the nature and how everything went down, disturbance, whatever it is that they got into, I wasn't there, right? I wasn't there. It was you and them, right?
Well, how are you going to convince a jury?
Right? So the allegation right now, right, is that, right? Very simple. All we do is verify who you are, ensure that all you're doing is canvassing.
I have a Fourth Amendment protection.
Right? Okay, if you'd like to go down that road, we can go down and we'll take you to jail. I go down. I'm trying to prevent that, alleviate all that by just verifying who you are. Very simple.
I committed no crime.
When you're trespassing, that is a crime.
No, if anybody ever told me to leave their property, I left, and that wasn't today.
Okay, it doesn't matter. You still can't just trespass on people's properties. It's private property. If you don't own it, it's owned by somebody else. If somebody called and said, hey, that guy's trespassing, I want to trespass,
so
I have
then,
to identify you and issue you a warning, and then
a picture is sufficient.
Okay? What was that?
A picture is sufficient for a warning. You can take my picture and say you did.
That's not sufficient. We need a name and date of birth because we have to issue you a formal trespass warning.
So under threat of arrest, if I do not give you my name, so if I do not give you my name, will you?
Because now you're
that you'll arrest me.
You're trespassing, and you don't give us your information. Now it's obstruction.
If I do not give you my name, you'll arrest me. I know, but I'm just asking you.
I am being as reasonable with you as I can be. Okay.
And I want to comply.
Listen, okay.
I want to comply, but
private property, okay. The city of Billings, right, requires we identify the person to issue them a warning, saying, "Hey, sir, you've been warned. Please do not trespass."
And the Supreme Court has ruled that a picture is sufficient.
Ron, I need you to hold on for a second. This is my program organizer.
Okay,
would you mind just talking to her for a second?
No problem.
I want legal representation.
Hello, this is Officer Diaz. Who am I speaking with? Good. Here, because there was reports of some kind of hot prowling going on. Where, what's your name?
But they're false reports.
My name is.
Thank you.
What's with me?
Ryan. So I guess Brian.
Ron.
I guess Ron was doing some political canvassing.
Yes, that's what we do.
And they were knocking on doors and so forth, which they're allowed to do, right?
No
However,
crime.
When you trespass on somebody's private property, it's trespassing. You came to solicit and do all that stuff, right? At the end of the day, like I explained, all that, that's all we're trying to do. And
They demanded ID. They threatened to slap on the cuffs. Then, out of nowhere, they spun their squad car around. Someone on the other end of the line must have reminded them that political canvassing isn't a felony. But in an attempt to rescue their fragile ego, they kept insisting on an ID check as if it were a legal obligation. They ended up producing a brand new creation, the badge-flavored Fourth Amendment.
He just said I haven't committed any crime. I have no obligation to identify.
Real quick, that's what he said. It's Ron, right?
But if he's going to threaten me with arrest, then I will sue them for a violation.
So, really quickly, Ron, Let me just clear this up really quickly, okay?
Somebody maintains
prowling.
That's fine. I just need to know if I do not give my name, will you arrest me?
If Ron is
Okay,
not
thank you.
cooperate, I don't know what company you work for.
Am I free to go now?
Not right now, right? Just billing.
So what reasonable articulable suspicion do you have that I... Trespassing is when you enter and remain. Knocking on their door was unlawful.
I appreciate you explaining the trespass to me, okay? That's really helpful. Thank you. Okay?
Like I said, most
I'm talking about the situation is billing city code, okay? That has to do with prowling. You kind of already explained to me why you're here. You're politically.
And I have my boss. So there we go. Political canvassing. This is my First Amendment right.
Okay. As part of like that billing city code requiring
because of that,
we just need to identify.
Can you get me that billing city code?
Would you like me to show it to you?
Yeah.
I don't want a person identify him,
There you go,
be
boss.
done with it, and send him on his way. To not wanting to give his name. So that's kind of where we're at.
Oh, I'm a law-abiding individual practicing my First Amendment right, though.
Absolutely. Right,
So,
part of the problem
absolutely,
is
absolutely.
People came and they described it, right? They described it as you were coming in and you were like making.
But that's why you
right?
do due diligence and you come and get the second side of the story and you find out that my boss is here and I'm exercising my First Amendment right.
Because I'm trying to complete and make sure, right? Like obviously, yeah.
What does my name have to do with any of that?
Verify it, right? For us to be able to
And that's what we want to leave it
verify
as, very simple.
and confirm,
Just be like, hey,
right?
man,
That you are here and what you're doing is politically.
I just told you, do you have any reason to believe that is not why I am here? Other than what those people, exactly. If you don't know, how are you going to convince a jury?
Because here's the thing, man, is we don't necessarily know for sure yet.
Ron, we are not trying to antagonize these guys. They're trying to do their jobs. Someone call the police. Like if you were to call the police in your area and tell them it's the same thing, they're going to come and check it out. That what they said to you was not okay, but trying to figure out the situation. We've got to try to stay calm for them. They're trying to not arrest you. They are so that they can just.
I believe in my rights. That's why I'm out politically canvassing, exercising my First Amendment right. And I've just asked, am I going to be arrested if I do not give my name? He said no. What's your answer?
Okay, so
since you know that I'm politically canvassing and not doing that code.
Here's the deal, okay? Forthcoming, and there's bigger problems that are plaguing our city in the interest of justice and the safety of the community. We're not going to waste our time with you anymore, okay?
I want to go home.
But
Thank
the
you.
reality is, okay?
Thank you.
Had we had more time and all this stuff, we'd be having a different conversation.
Okay.
Fact of the matter is, if it's not your property, okay, it's private property. It's private property. Just because you have public access to it doesn't allow you to set up a house, a tent, whatever, right? Now you're on a public sidewalk. That is what you're allowed to use, okay? For future reference, or you get in a verbal altercation, you are in the wrong because you're on their property, just walk away.
Oh, I
That's
always
simple,
left property.
okay?
I was on the sidewalk when they came up to
Understand
me.
that people have Montana's enhanced rights to privacy state, right? They have an enhanced right to privacy, meaning they do not expect you or want you on their property. If they have signs that say no trespassing, no soliciting, whatever, great. Some people don't. Some people can't afford it. The question is, that's their private property, right? If it's not a public sidewalk, it's their property. That's simple, okay? So if somebody just says, hey, I know you've been cooperative and not an issue. I'm sure you understand. You're more level-headed and understanding than he is, but it to him in a better manner when he's a little more calm.
Yeah, I understand. I do apologize about that, and
no, it's all right.
We like I said, we were unaware of that extended privacy policy here in Montana. So that doesn't
no big deal. Like I said, we were just trying to identify who it is in case there's a repeat offense or a repeat incident. We have the person identified. We can let them know he's not a murder suspect. He's not hot prowling. He's not a wanted person. We just try to reassure the public so that they are less likely to want to press charges against them, right? Now, I don't know if they're going to want to press charges, right? Because I want to go back and be like, I don't know who he is. He said his name is Ron. Actually, he didn't even say that. His friend said that, right? And it is what it is. Their desire is suppressing charges. At some point, if we find him, we'll identify him and take him to jail. It is what it is, right? He opens himself up to that by not identifying himself in a very simple manner. That's it.
What's your name, officer?
Officer Diaz, badge 812.
Thank you.
So maybe you can talk to him, have a conversation with him, figure out how to teach him to de-escalate and not have
so sorry about
altercations
that,
with people.
and
So
thank you guys for your help.
yeah, of course.
We'll
Take
get out of
care.
your
Be
hair.
safe. Enjoy your canvassing of political stuff.
Thank you.
The police's retreat, citing larger issues troubling the city, suggests that protecting constitutional rights can be deprioritized in the face of supposedly more important matters. It also raises a hard question about the true hierarchy of priorities within our legal system. Before we close the curtain today, let's take a detour to Mississippi's Mobile Stage on September 20th, 2021, where a Constitution-savvy citizen and two officers who seemed to treat the Fourth Amendment like yesterday's sandwich wrapper, came together to deliver a masterpiece. An uncut, unconstitutional short film in real time.
Yes? My what?
Let your window down for me. We're checking for driver's license. You roll right through the checkpoint.
What do you need to check my driver's license for?
We're doing a driver's license check, so we need to see your driver's license.
No, you don't. Can you tell me what crime I've committed?
27 to 45.
Can you tell me what crime I've committed? Did you catch me speeding?
You didn't commit a crime. We're checking for driver's
Right.
license. So
And you can't, this is not a stop and identify state. This is not a stop and identify state. You can't check me for a driver's license if I didn't commit a crime.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Can we see your license?
No, sir.
Making this harder than what it is.
Because I have constitutional rights that keep me from being harassed.
We're not harassing
You are harassing me.
Checkpoint that we was at, and you just
And that's a constitutional violation. You cannot stop and identify me unless I've committed a crime. Did I commit a crime?
Either you give me your license, or we're gonna break this window and get you out of this car.
Is that a fact? Is that a fact?
Yes.
Would you like to lose your qualified immunity?
I'm not.
You will. Do y'all have a supervisor available? Yep. Can I speak to your supervisor?
But you finna get arrested, but not even want to show your license.
Really? Can you tell me what crime I committed? What? Can you tell me what crime I've committed?
Sir?
Can you tell me what crime I've committed?
Have you ever been through a roadblock? Do you live in Mississippi?
I do live in Mississippi, and I also know my constitutional rights.
I'm just asking you, every time you've been through a roadblock, have you done this?
Yes, I have.
And what did they do?
Not a thing.
They just let you go?
Yes, they do.
Where you went through the roadblock at?
I've been through them in Vicksburg, right outside the Natchez Trace.
Man, you making this hard. I don't even want to go through this with you. Can I just see your license, please?
I have a license.
Show me your license, and you can go on about your business.
But I don't understand why. What you're not understanding is I have a constitutional right not to be stopped and harassed. Thank you.
Let me leave you with this. Whenever someone tries to turn a glass window into a trench against the Constitution, just remember that few $100 camera might end up being far dearer than the damages bill following a constitutional trial. You've just witnessed a cross-country tour of the Constitution, not on paper, but alive in action. From the defiant streets of Cook County to the turbulent shores of Lake Sanford, from the quiet porches of Billings to the blazing sidewalks of Mississippi, where every camera becomes a roaming judge and every fishing rod turns into a law textbook. The disappearing name tags, the ID demands, the loud cries of trespass or stop and frisk, all of it starts to melt away under the harsh spotlight of 18 U.S.C. Section 242 and Amendments 1, 2, and 4. So if tomorrow someone flashes a badge to silence your right to film or carry, don't call a superhero. Roll camera. Quote the law. Make them retake the class. And if you believe in a society that respects freedom, like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you on the front lines of the Constitution.